This is Whether or Not.
It is our Friday edition of Whether or Not. And listen, I think we got a special demographic tuning in today.
Yeah.
Everybody's settling in for their Valentine's Day date, watching Whether or Not.
Yeah. I know
For
you
sure.
look really festive, by the way, but I guess you're festive for some other events taking place this weekend, so I guess it'll pass that you're not wearing some red or some pink, so.
Honestly, one of my least favorite
No,
holidays.
it's my also least favorite holidays.
Sean's up. That's a bigger opening day for college baseball is a bigger
And
holiday
look
for me.
they land on the same day.
They
so
do, yeah.
Can't complain.
Very rare for it to happen, but this year it certainly does. Let's go ahead and start with your first alert, and that brings us to the weekend, shall we? Coastal baseball, coastal softball. Yeah, those are two of the big events up in Conway. Also, the February tasting menu series. Have you heard about this?
No, I was literally going to be like, what the heck is that?
At the tasting room, it is a full culinary experience.
Wow.
I think it's 20 people. You go in, you get 5 courses from people around the Arts and Innovation District. They pair it with wine.
Wow.
Really nice and
That
bougie
sounds
if you're looking
really fun.
It's also probably out of my price range, but
yeah,
that's happening. I know that's a big one. Also, for us coffee lovers, the first ever Coastal Coffee Fest happening at HGTC.
Yeah.
That features coffee from Charleston, here at Myrtle Beach, up in Loris. Everyone's coming together.
Are they like coffee shops that are all coming together?
All coffee shops,
Wow.
18 different coffees you get to taste.
Oh my gosh, I
2
think I
from
need
each
to go.
roaster.
What day is this?
Tickets
of the
are
weekend?
available.
Both
That
days?
is for Saturday.
Oh, okay. I
So
like it.
if you need something,
That sounds
feel
quite
free
fun.
to do that.
I love it.
Everything else, dog training, all that, Saturdays of the day for outdoor plans.
Yeah, we are going to see some showers, some scattered activity, but temperatures are going to be warmer, and we're really going to see clouds throughout the day. Sunday, that's when we are going to start to see some changes. Let's take a look at future radar as you are taking a look as we take you through the morning. The clouds going to take over. Some showers going to start to work into the area as we head into the afternoon. Can't even rule out a few isolated downpours through the evening, but we really aren't going to see that widespread rain start to take over until Sunday morning. We'll still start off the morning on Sunday dry, and we'll start to see those clouds start to really thicken up. As we head into the afternoon, though, that cold front is going to move through, and you can really see that line where those heavier downpours are going to start to move into our area through the afternoon and by the early evening with just a few stray showers left over.
Yeah, that line certainly has a look for an early spring severe weather setup. What will likely happen is we will probably have a onset of some gusty winds with that initial cold front that moves through. So that brings us to this severe weather threat for Sunday. It's there, but it's certainly not going to be severe weather outbreak material. Level 1 severe weather risk. There's a chance.
And I think the timing of this really does help because the earlier it's coming in, we aren't going to see as warmer of air as it compared to if it came in through the evening. So I think with that air going to be a little bit cooler, it'll be helpful for the less strong activity.
Yeah, and really how this works, you get a lot of strong wind up top. You get those downpours, thunderstorms that develop Sunday. You might get a couple of those wind gusts to work down to the surface. This, for instance, just kind of shows what wind could be like as that front and that line's moving through. That tells me 30 to 40 mile per hour gust. Wouldn't shock me if we get maybe some 45, 50. I don't think it's widespread wind, but I think it's enough maybe to cause some issues and also turn some heads, especially for people going to church, coming back from church as we go into Sunday. So just keep that in mind. Behind Sunday, get ready. Here we go again.
Yeah, we're definitely still on that roller coaster. We're cooler today. We're warmer through the weekend, but after that front moves through, we're turning back to that cooler side. We're also going to welcome sunshine back in the forecast, so kind of getting through this weekend of some clouds and some rain as we head into next week. We're definitely going to see some much needed sunshine. And then as we head into the middle of the week, we are looking at some more rounds of showers and some rain that we could see. But as we head into next weekend, things continue to look like we're going to be okay and have a nice dry weekend.
Yeah, it could be dry, but it could be on the cold side for sure, especially when we've been talking about 60s and 70s. You remember last weekend we were in the 80s, so pretty typical for February and March to be up and down like this, and we'll see that all the way through. Let's take you coast to coast, shall we? And as we do so, we'll start with the southeast for your Saturday forecast. Showers once again going to be working, and you'll notice even rounds of winter weather up for the northeast. We'll get to that here in a second. But for us, a couple showers, high pressure off to our east. That will bring in some warmth. Now, we'll let you know severe weather potential as we go into Saturday across portions of Mississippi, Louisiana, Saturday night into overnight and even Sunday morning. Something we'll have to watch as we go into that forecast. You'll notice that cold front going to be pushing through. But regardless, tomorrow, a pretty nice day even with clouds here locally.
Yeah, temperatures, we're going to sit in the mid to upper 60s. The further south you go, we're going to see the 80s once again for Florida. But as we head to our southeast, temperature is going to be for Louisiana in the mid to upper 70s to lower 80s, 77 for Mobile, New Orleans sitting at 81. That warm air, though, really kind of not going to help that severe threat we are going to see. As we take you to the northeast, clouds continue to thicken up, and that threat for winter weather is once again going to be back. Some showers, snow showers working through Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, all the way up through Massachusetts, where some freezing rain also going to be seen, and then through parts of Virginia, picking up on some of that heavier rain.
I'll tell you what, this place cannot get a break, especially up in the northeast.
They're loving that snow.
They are. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s, 21 in Burlington, 28 in Albany, and you'll notice even as you go to where it's raining, it's a cold rain, 43 degrees there in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Let's take you over to the Midwest, because while it will be rainy and gloomy for Saturday morning, we will begin to see some improvements as we go into Sunday. However, just to give you the first alert, out in the Midwest, there's going to be another system that develops, and they're talking snow potential for Monday and Tuesday next week. That will eventually bring rain for us for the early portion of middle of next week. But notice a lot of cloud cover. And Jenna, a lot of cold temperatures.
A lot of cold temperatures. We're sitting in below 5 degrees. Bismarck 3, 8 degrees for Huron. Sioux Falls sitting at 14. When you go down to Kansas, though, we're sitting in the mid to upper 30s. 48 for St. Louis, 50 degrees for Evansville. Louisville sitting at 55. As we take you to the southwest, a few showers going to be working through Texas as that cold front's going to start to work into the southeast, producing some of that severe weather. But behind that, it's pretty much just going to be clear skies, a few higher level clouds going to be seen. And it's really just kind of going to stick around those warmer temperatures. We're going to see temperatures in the mid to upper 70s for Texas, Santa Fe, New Mexico sitting in the mid 40s.
Yeah, certainly going to be something we'll deal with here as we go into that forecast. We're talking once again southwest, holding on to temperatures in the 70s. Let's take you to the West Coast, and as we do so, let's show you some video. This from Los Angeles. Neither heavy rains nor floating trash can bins stopped one postal worker from making the rounds. Here's video from the Runyon Canyon Road in Hollywood Hills. You can see the muddy water. We've been talking about how all this rain has been adding up, and it's been rushing down the sides of the road, as you can see there, even from that post office truck. This, once again, a big story from the heavy rainfall. They went from drought conditions. Now they're going to flooding, and flooding certainly an issue here. This all, of course, happening in that area and causing all kinds of significant issues.
Yeah, Andrew, also a member of the Los Angeles Fire Department narrowly escaped after his vehicle was swept into the ocean on Thursday. It happened on the Pacific Coast Highway. Luckily, the firefighter, he was able to escape and made it safely to shore. So this is just a mess, basically, for Southern California.
Yeah, they need the rain, but they certainly don't need it that way. Good news is, as we go into Saturday, we'll get that system out of here and kind of quiet things down. You'll notice a quieter pattern, but here comes that next system that will deliver some showers for the northeast, even some snow showers up there across Seattle and Portland. That will go through your Saturday. And temperature-wise, it's the temperature gradient. They've been dealing with this now. You go from 75 in Palm Springs all the way up to 17 degrees in Bozeman.
Yeah, 3 degrees for Bismarck, so they're definitely dealing, the West Coast is dealing with that big time temperature gradient. I think we should do some Friday happy hour.
Yeah,
what
it's
do you
Friday,
think?
why not? Let's do our Friday happy hour segment. I love this one.
This is my favorite
And
part of it.
I love this segment and story. For those that missed it, we adopted a dog. We were looking for a pup. We got a dog from Kentucky.
He's so sweet. This is one of my favorite pictures. He loves sitting under things. It's probably my favorite part.
He loves being under. Brooks is obsessed with him. We were thinking Brooks has been asking for a dog now for 6 months. He's obsessed. And for those that are curious where the name comes from, do you know?
From the Kentucky Distillery. I
There
only
is
know
a
that though
Kentucky
because
distillery
you told me.
That does bourbon, and it is the Willett Distillery, and it is actually 15 minutes from where he was born.
That's amazing.
So it's not like we picked our favorite. My favorite's Buffalo Trace, but Willett is now our dog, and it's
He's
Willett
so sweet.
Blue.
I love that because of the collar.
The collar, that's how they identified him. Hey, this is Blue because of the blue collar.
Yeah. And it flows, the Willett Blue flows so
It does.
smoothly.
It does really well.
I love
and
it.
And Brooke's trying to pronounce Will It also.
It's so cute.
It's the cutest
I'm
thing
so
ever.
happy for you guys.
So Will It Wednesdays will be a thing. I'll do it on social media.
Yeah, once you started that, I commented immediately, maybe 3 minutes after you posted, and I was like, you are not allowed to stop this. Like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah, for those wondering too, Yellow Lab, Golden Retriever.
It's the most precious boy.
That is the breed. Let's talk about another type of breed here.
Yeah. Dinosaurs?
You have to be special to be able to do this. Look at this talent. We should put this in the Olympics.
Yeah?
It's a year away.
Stole the dinosaur?
This is a dinosaur that was called paddleboarding. A paddleboard wasn't going to let his small arms keep him from enjoying the fun on a beautiful day. This is crazy. The Martin County Sheriff's Office spotted him cruising the waterway. You know, we never saw this video of him trying to get up, but this is even better.
Best part of the video.
And
oh my goodness.
we were talking too
I
when
have
we
tears.
showed this week.
Funny.
Obviously, the little arms trying to paddle, but then trying to get up. You brought up the point when we brought this up,
What if he fell in?
and I don't know. I don't
Like,
know the
would
answer.
you think like there would be
There's
no
gotta be a zip, right?
Or it could float. Wait a minute.
No.
No, because it's an inflatable. It's
Nope.
you're blown. The dinosaur's blown up with air. So
I don't
I
think
didn't
it
think about
floats.
this when we first saw it, but maybe it floats.
I don't think it floats.
I don't know. But then if it doesn't float, that's
You're telling
really
me
awkward.
you get, I don't know the weight of the person, but 150 pound?
I don't know. I would.
Better yet, we'll buy
Seems like
one
a
of those
great-
and we'll throw Jenna in the ocean and we'll test, does it float? That'll be our new whether or not segment.
You know, I'm kind of down. I think that would be a great workout, and I would absolutely love
don't
that. I
think-
would probably get hurt though.
I don't think
so-
corporate will let us do
No,
that.
probably not.
Finally here for our Friday happy hour. I haven't seen this
This was
video.
from this morning. A terrifying moment caught on camera.
Oh.
A humpback whale is seen swallowing a 24-year-old kayaker in Chile, then spitting him out. It happened when a father and son were out on the icy waters around Chile's southernmost Patagonia region. The father said he began recording when he saw some pretty waves. The whale then surfaced and gulped the son for a few moments before releasing him. The son says he thought he was going to die, but then his life vest pulled him up. When asked if they would kayak again, the father and son both said, "Of course." That's crazy.
There's a Bible story that goes like this that I learned in Sunday school. This is nuts.
Andrew, when I tell you my jaw this morning fell to the floor. Imagine being just on a kayak. I mean, those waters look rough. Like, I don't think I would ever get into a kayak on that water, but you're then get gulped into a humpback
Thing's
whale.
massive.
And you're just like sitting in there like, oh, this may be the end.
At that point, I thought, yeah, I would have thought it is.
Isn't
the
that
end.
insane?
Have you seen, this reminds me, have you seen like Discovery has it, the Animal Planet has it. Obviously, there's so much water. There's more water than land on the earth. Fun
Yeah.
fact, if you didn't know that. But there's so much about the ocean we don't know.
So
So
much.
there's shows that say the unknown, and they go down into the deep depths
Nope.
and show you creatures that we don't fully know yet.
That's terrifying.
That's what I imagine them being like, is that big and that large, just kind of.
Just like gulp. And then he just pops back up.
If you really want to go down a rabbit hole, there's your weekend
That's
assignment.
crazy. Wow.
Go down here on whether or not. Obviously, Friday, it wraps it up. We'll keep everything on Saturday and Sunday for those storms.
We'll be here through the weekend.
Do want to be through the weekend, but I also want to say, great job. What,
Aw,
2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks of doing whether or not. Typically, you're the one producing the show and helping
It's been
out.
fun being out here.
Good.
It's been, I feel like it gets easier day by day as
Good.
we've been getting into it as well.
I
So
think when we continue this, we're going to incorporate you more and more,
Yeah.
so I can't wait for that. But
Jamie
that's a
will be
little
back next
snippet.
week, first alert.
Jamie will be back, and he's bringing the cold with him. Just keep that in mind. So if you complain, jamie.arnold@gray.tv.
That's not his email.
jamie.arnold@WNBFnews.com. Happy Friday. We'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.